Hello and welcome. We are Magic Academy, and I'm your head seeker today, Rena Brown. And this is Magic Academy. We are joined today by Evelyn,
Oh, sorry, me. Hi. I'm sick today.
Eliza,
Good evening, Magic Daddy. Also, Evelyn, I hope you feel so much better. You've been such a good little boy.
Thank you.
Kate,
Hi, you guys. Hee hee.
Sarah,
The best part about today's episode is that I'm currently receiving under the desk support.
Kavika,
It's been too long, Magic Daddy. Were you good while I was gone?
I'm going to save all these and make them my ringtone. And Doofus.
I miss hearing you say my name, Magic Daddy. I'd rather hear you moan it.
Oh, hey.
The competition is heating up.
I know what I must do next week.
So much flustering. You could be part
Also,
of the
fun
Magic
fact,
Academy.
I can't hear Elisa.
Oh, no.
I gotta figure that out.
Oh no.
You can be part of the Magic Academy, making sure that you like this video and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a new episode. And while you're doing that, let's jump into today's episode of Crown of the Oathbreaker, which I still to this day call Odyssey.
I almost said Odyssey.
Oh man.
It's because
Well-
you chose another campaign with an O name.
O name, I know. That was the worst decision. Who let me do that?
I could think of a few other worse ones.
Go on.
I don't know.
Kavika said.
Bye-bye.
Team Rocket's flashing off again.
So last episode, you guys went through the festival games, minus Straw here, who has not been introduced to the party quite yet. You all got to experience some of the games, experience the riddle, meet Princess Athena, meet the King Waldron Azanar, and partake in some of the games such as the Tipsy Tunes and the Greasy Pole. You all had a lot of fun climbing that pole. Did any one of you win? I think one of you did.
Technically, Felly won, but let Alan have it because
That's
Alan didn't use teleportation to get up and down.
That's right. They didn't cheat. I mean, teleport. So we
Wait, what?
the festival at this point is coming to a close. The days have been quite merry. People have shared drinks. Wine has been flowing throughout the streets. Minus your small adventure with the broken branch, there's been no large crimes or strange happenings so far. But as we do with every session, we're not going to start with you, because you're not the main character in this story. You all see a figure sitting in a chamber, a dim light flickering, candles casting shadows as they dance across the stone walls. A missive just arrives, sealed with a crimson wax and marked with an insignia. You see his cold fingers unroll the parchment and eyes narrow, and they read the troubling report. In Erinys, one of the vengeful harbingers of the lower planes has been sighted on the material plane. Details were sparse, and the reasons behind the summoning remain unclear. The report mentioned only vague whispers of a dark pact and a contract soon to expire. Their face scrunches, and their mind churns with possibilities. A concerning deepening at the suggestion of an infernal creature would soon once return once its agreement was fulfilled. They leaned back on their massive black throne, worn and imposing, surrounded by the scent of decay. They brood. The throne itself is ensnared with the decaying vines that seem to crawl around it. The presence of an Iranese was never a matter of coincidence. Its dark wings and fiery eyes herald doom and retribution. They knew that if this creature has been summoned, then dark forces were at play. Forces that would not rest until their bargain had been completed. He would have to prepare for if the Iranese returned. It would not be alone, and its coming would signal the unfolding of a far greater and more sinister plan. One that they are interested, but not truly invested in. And the scene shifts back to you five. The sun's setting as you're getting ready for the final festival games. The cheers ring throughout the streets of Oathbreaker. You all are headed to the Battle of the Champions. This is something that is widely celebrated across all of Oathbreaker because it is the precipice of the entire festival. This is what started this festival. In the beginning, this was the only event that actually occurred. It slowly evolved and grew, and now it's the culminating event. Everyone knows that participating gets you an audience with the king. But there's a running joke. The running joke is that the winner is a royal audience of one, because the person who wins this champion every time is none other than King Waldron himself, because he does also participate. You all head through to the dog pit, location 103, and see this beautiful scene of this large arena that seems to kind of fit inside of this city. On the outside of the ring, you see what looks to be a different stacks of stalls and merchants ready to sell equipment. One catches your eye, which is Magical Mysteries, the Emporium name that I forgot off the top of my head. You see
Emporium of Marvelous Rarities.
Yes, thank you. The Emporium of Marvelous Rarities, which has a stand close by the registration desk that is selling what looks to be +1 weapons, and only weapons. You see the registration desk has a few people standing at it, kind of writing down names and numbers. You see what looks to be this celestial-like being as his eyes glow with this yellow in them, long flowing hair, signing up for the event. Next to him, you see this orcish fellow with big shoulder pads, with fur kind of tousled and rustled, and a little bit of a mead kind of put inside of the pauldrons from a little bit of spilling. And everyone's cheering and getting ready for the events. And that is where the five of you, you're all still not here, the five of you start.
Is that the registration desk where we sign up?
Yeah, it's where you would sign up for the Battle of the Champions.
Already just wordlessly walking up and signing up. Need to get that audience, even if it means I have to fight the king.
I will follow my good friend Alan. Gonna go help him.
You walk up to the sign up desk, Alan, and you see this younger female kind of writing down some things. Looks like, oh, hi. What can I do for you?
I would like to sign up for the champion match.
Okay.
Games.
Absolutely. Do you know the rules?
I can't have someone else cast magic on me. That seems to be the rules of everything else.
Yes. So everyone fights until one forfeits or one is defeated. You will get a full heal after each round. And as you look towards the arena, you'll see there's healers kind of stacked on the outside of the ring. You see as they all kind of move their hands, and there's these tendrils of white wisps just kind of flowing through and in and out of the arena, some kind of healing different people. Tendrils. The winner receives the item that is offered by the opponent. You yourself must also offer a magical item, and to be in the match. Outside effects are not allowed, so no one can help you. Hurting anyone in the stands is strictly prohibited, and if you do so, we will take you off to the red cloaks, and they'll sort things out themselves.
I don't think it would be necessary to hurt anyone in the stands. And I'm going to take off my necklace of adaptation and say, is this sufficient?
That would work. Let me make a note here. Necklace of adaptation.
That's the only magical item that I have.
Absolutely. If you do need a spare, we do have. That is true.
You have a potion of climbing.
Oh, I'm going to give the potion instead of the necklace. Thank you for the reminder.
Sally, don't you in your head. Why are you giving that up? Give up the potion.
We also have.
Yes,
of
actually,
course,
I would like to not give up that because that's very useful.
And the Emporium of Marvelous Rarities, who sponsors all of our events, it has a tent over there if you need to purchase additional magical supplies. Although between you and me, they're definitely taking advantage of the hype.
That tracks.
So I'll write you down, Alan. It's going to be a pleasure. Come back when the festival starts, and Princess Athena will be giving off our pairings when it is time.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Thank you. It hands you a little bit of a number and looks past you to see who's next. Fitz?
I want to go to the tent with the magic shit.
Yeah, I
absolutely.
Check that out once I'm done signing up.
I can't sign up yet because I don't have anything to give, but
absolutely. You head to the tent. I'm gonna get this name eventually. Fuck me. The Emporium of Marvelous Rarities.
What's the list of shit I can buy? Let's go.
Gimme. You see a large swath of magic items that are displayed out for you. Pretty much all of them are weapons. It's a maul. It's a sword, long sword, short sword, bow. They're all pretty much +1. That's pretty much all. There's nothing too crazy, nothing too special. And every single price is listed at 500 gold pieces.
Okay, I know immediately that's too much, right?
For some items, yes. For most +1 items, they tend to range between 200 to 500, I think, if I remember correctly. So they're all on the high end. In my cursory look I did earlier. And as you're looking at this, you see one of a wizardly man kind of scrambled around with a big cane, a long beard, kind of looks around, goes, "May I help you all?"
Oh, come now, you don't recognize me?
Should I?
I feel. Remember, I'm recognizing your business associates to be, a pretty high priority in the world of networking.
We deal in purely legitimate business practices and weapons that are humanely procured. Has something caught your eye?
I need something to get into the tournament.
use a knife or a bow. What is kind of like sizes you up and down. Dagger.
Cute. But you and I both know that a dagger imbued with this level of magic is nowhere near worth 500 gold pieces.
Yeah, you're right. Perhaps it's opportunity cost. It's best to be prepared for events like these.
Sure. But I don't know if you'll be getting much customers if everyone else becomes aware of that fact.
Roll me a persuasion. Rearrange your buttons.
Hi, dense.
All the time.
All right. That's a
The poop
22.
of guidance.
Nice.
Fine. Perhaps I could cut a deal for someone who does such exquisite business with us often, I'm sure.
I don't know,
Let's
Randall.
say-
You helped me make the backstory.
Let's say 400 gold pieces.
It's a little better, a little closer, I think, to true. I pick up one of them and sort of flick it between my fingers. Flick it. Yeah. I could see it's being worth about, on a normal day, probably about 200. But why don't I meet you where you're at? I'll give you 300 for it.
Hmm. At this point, you seem it's more trouble than it's what it's worth. So you know what? I'll agree. 300.
Deal.
What item are you getting?
I'm gonna get a +1 dagger because I'd imagine that's probably the cheapest of the +1s.
Easiest.
I
to
would
negotiate
like a
on, so-
+1 quarterstaff, but I plan on keeping one of those when I get one.
Yeah, this isn't a guarantee. You could lose these in the fight.
Exactly.
And it kind of looks around. And your companions, any more? You don't get the discount. Oh, maybe a little small, 50, like 450.
Oh, trust me, these guys, they're all good for it.
Do you need to buy anything?
Not from a
I
swim
do.
though.
Damn.
Suppose I deserve that. Anyone else?
think I
Sure.
will. Yeah, you go ahead.
DM, I have sent you something in Discord.
Agreed.
Okay. Then I would like to I walk over to like the long swords and pick up one that is shaped like a katana. And I pick that one up and swish it around for a minute to get the balance of it. Obviously not trying to hit anybody.
You pick up this long sword with this bronzen hilt and gold decorators. It seems to kind of glint as you swing it with a small bit of chromatic color as it goes through the air, as if the steel itself is freshly tempered. So good choice there. That would definitely looks eyes fits, goes 400.
I look down at my tabard and I look at him. I'm like 400.
Should be nothing for you, as opposed to other people who had to negotiate. I'm sure you are.
I want to
Used to.
stare him down.
You just call me
Literally
poor?
just stare him down with the like most emotionless facial expression ever and let my eyes glow for a second.
You can either do persuasion or intimidation. I'll let you choose.
Guidance.
I did.
That's correct.
How many of those do you got?
It's
Yes,
a
I know.
reaction. It's a reaction cantrip.
At will. Beep.
That's a 17.
With a D4?
Yeah, with the D4.
Damn. That's still
For clarity's sake, I got an 8 on that roll.
I feel like 375 is a good number for that.
I can settle for that. And I'll hand him 375.
Okay.
Well, I would love to procure one of your weapons.
Yes. What would you like?
Let's see. What about this one? Is there a mace? I want to get a mace.
You can get a +1 mace. Absolutely.
Yay! You said how much for this one? 375? 500? I see.
450.
450. I thought that price of 375 was rather fair for my friend. You don't think that is fair for me either?
All right. 375.
Thank you, friend.
I'm losing money in all of these. I just want you to know.
I give him guidance. And I'll give him the money.
Thank you. And you, Lord Fell?
I cast Mage Hand and lift up one of his daggers, flip it around in the air. Corsos have no need for weapons, and I set it back down.
Yes. Well, you better hurry up and register. I think the games are about to begin. It's been an absolute pleasure to do business with you. Thank you.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you real soon.
I look forward to it. I'm sure you'll find lots of things. Come back to buy lots of things.
As we leave the tent, you hear me muttering, Gorgles have no need for weapons.
Look at me, I'm
I'm
Okay, so you hear back, so telepathy into your head. You know, these ears aren't just for show.
Yeah, they're fucking huge. I turn around and say to you out loud.
It's not the only thing that's huge.
Jesus Christ. Wait, no, who's the god here? I say God of knowledge, and then I turn and head to the place.
That's how you want to call out. That's fine.
Oh, I spin around on my heel. I look at you and I go, you are suffocating. It is nonstop with you.
I didn't realize you were into that. And he keeps walking.
Yeah, well, don't you walk away from me and I come and I'm like, hey, you're not actually that nice to look at when you leave and keep going. And
Yes, I am. As he's strutting away.
fighting.
Hail swishing through the skirt.
Oh, hello, sir. And as you guys are walking off, you hear the man talking to a new patron. And Drawl, Could you tell us your character?
Yes. Drawl is about 6 foot, 6'2". I can't remember what I put originally, but we're gonna go with 6'2", 6'1", right in the middle. You see like purple hair and eyes, like very fit, like no shirt, but has a like shoulder armor all going all down his arm, kind of a like leather overskirt, pants underneath everything. You see him frantically running in. He says, "Okay, I need a big magic weapon. I'm not betting my hammer."
I could give you a +1 hammer.
I already have a +1 hammer. Do you have a great sword?
Sure, it's a magic greatsword.
How much is it?
500.
He pulls out a bag, drops a bag of gold. Best I can do is 600.
Deal. Takes the money and gives you the sword.
Great. He takes the great sword, looks at it for a second, kind of shrugs, looks around to everybody. He's like, anybody else competing here?
I'm not sure we're there anymore, are we?
They are out of the tent.
Bye, ghosts. Okay, I run back.
Sorry.
Hey, are you guys? Aw, just
I
like
think that
high
gentleman
school.
was talking to us.
You look at the tent. There's a drawl, and there is someone who does speak to you. Because I do want to give you this moment a little bit. And you see there's two people in the tent. There's this one bald older man with a mustache. I tried so hard not. It's a porn stash. And an orange sash around his chest. And then off into the corner you see this this knight who's wearing obsidian black steel armor and a mask over their face with winged tips coming up. And the knight kind of looks in your direction and then kind of brushes past you. And the monk turns to you and goes, yes, I'll be fighting as well.
Oh, well, your friend needs an attitude adjustment, but I look forward to seeing you out there. Hopefully, I won't crush you.
That one was not my friend. My name is Vragi.
Raggy, Drawl Swordbreaker. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure. Where are you from? You don't seem like you're...
I am not from around here.
Same. I'm actually, I'm from the Shandar Mountains.
Pardon the fuck?
Did I lie?
Did I walk past
Wow.
a fucking monk from my own temple and not see it? I wouldn't put it past Alan, to be honest. But also, excuse me?
Observation skills.
You see,
Excuse me?
Oh, I got layers. Yes.
the Drawl kind of nods, like, I'm from the mountains of Verdan.
Neighbors, strange to see your people here.
I'm on my own. I've settled out here, making a life.
Are you coming to talk about the Verdani and on a Aglarian peace treaty? I'm certain. Seeking guidance with the king?
Honestly, I am here for reputation. The better you do in these tournaments, the more people hire you for odd jobs, and then more people come to the inn, and I get paid more money.
Well, good luck. It takes time to carve a mountain, and I hope that you can do your best.
Does nod, does like the forearm grip handshake.
Yeah.
Good luck in
Forearm
battle. I've lost some forearm. I've got to go back to the gym. So yeah, just walks out of the tent.
Absolutely. The five of you, as we pan back over to you, what are you guys doing?
I imagine that Felly and I are still bickering.
Yeah, watching those two bicker.
Are any
I'm
more of
walking
you?
over to the sign-up table.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
going
going
to
to
the
the
sign-up
sign-up
table.
table.
I can bicker and sign up. Like I'm
Absolutely.
very multifaceted.
There's a lot of you. Yay. And are you all signing up?
Yes. Well, I am.
Yes.
And yes, I am. And that's another thing. You know, I've seen you in battle. You're not even that impressive. Here, I want to sign up with this. Here, take this. Now, listen here. Gonzorian lordship, you.
Excuse me. Sorry. Yes, actually, I will not be participating in this. I do not think my particular skills will be much use in this battle.
Oh, you won't participate. Oh.
I understand. It's a pity. Everyone would love to see that. Perhaps. Okay. And so. Let's see. Are we getting the potion of climate from Alan? Have that. The +1 dagger from Fitz. The advanced katana from Sefi.
Actually, I will not be putting that up for grabs. And I pull out also a potion of climbing and hand it over.
Period.
People are going to be climbing all over the place later. And for you, Arturo?
This makes. That's what makes
Amazing.
Yeah. Like tea.
This one, like,
Flowers. Yeah. Flowers.
Let's see here.
Am I going to cause you problems if I'm not participating in it?
No, you're good. You're good. I'm trying to rack and stack. I didn't know how many you guys were gonna do. And I want to see who I get you guys up against.
If I'm not fighting the guy from the Shandarn Mountains,
Is that your?
I need to know who is this guy? Do I know him? You've Randall, once again, you've given me you've dangled a fucking carrot.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna do this. Alan, Arturo, and Fitz, roll me a d4. Sefi, also roll me a d4.
Fuck it, I'm gonna do it digitally.
I'm sorry. Did you say Fitz? I did not catch it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Roll what?
D4.
Oh no. I don't want to fight Alan. I'm gonna lose. At least
Okay.
Alan, if you take my dagger, you'll give it back.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Alrighty. Thank you so much. We have quite a bit of pairings this go around. Please go ahead and take your seat over in the bleachers, and when you hear Princess Athena, the glorious all hail Princess Athena, we will start the pairings. May the odds be ever in your favor. As a reminder, please don't hit the audience. You will go to jail. Okay, bye.
You will go to jail.
Jesus.
And as you guys go over to the arena and kind of sit down, do you guys want to do anything before we start?
I would like to kind of, as we're walking, if Fitz and Fell are no longer bickering.
I'm more just stewing that he interrupted me, so now I'm like,
yeah. So I want to go up to Fitz very quickly. Fitz, I was wondering if I could ask you a quick question.
yeah, what's up?
And he's gonna lower his voice at this point. That diadem in the Will Tamer Manor. Do you know much about it?
I'm gonna search your eyes.
Purposeful but not malicious? Inquisitive, I guess. I'm not sure what you're looking for, I guess.
I was able to glean some information about it, but I'm not personally familiar. I'm familiar with
History. Yes.
history items, things of value. It sort of comes with the being an uncanny vagabond.
All right. After this doesn't seem like a good time, but after this, I would like to pick your brain about it.
Okay.
I can explain more then.
Sure, Alan. This is the most you've ever said in one sitting.
Yes, I suppose it is. Yes, just that was all. Yeah.
I'm too surprised to keep muttering about Felly.
A big bell rings in the arena, and silence hushes over the entire area. And from the inner circle of the arena, you see sitting up on a... Yeah?
Oh, well, it was two fingers. You wait till you're done.
Sitting
You know
up
hand
on
signals.
the... sitting up on the large throne seat room. I don't know what it's called. You see stepping forward King Asenar. And
More
he
like
kinda
King
walks...
Asenar.
That's actually really good. He steps forward, kind of leans over the balcony, looking around and surveying the crowd as everyone starts clapping. He waves off to the right, and behind him on his right hand side, you see Princess Athena step forward, kind of jumping up and down. And then he waves to his left, and you see Queen Larencia step forward and give a very polite bow with their head. He holds up his finger. Hello, my dear citizens. It's absolutely great to see you all here today. As we all know, this is a festival to celebrate all that we have achieved, overcome together. Our history is one that is shrouded with darkness, too much light, and a lot of very bad shit. Me as a kid.
Wow, how regal!
So elegantly put.
So
Very
eloquent.
bad shit.
So
Yeah,
eloquent.
it's a
and
modern day
elegant.
king. We are thankful for all of you to join us today, and for all that you have strove to accomplish. The clerics of all the temples have come together to provide safety for all of us. We appreciate all of them. This is the final event commencing our festival, one that shows the strength and the might and the resiliency to overcome the hardest obstacles. Of course, those who win, that person who wins, I should say, will get an audience with me. The obvious hard part is you have to beat me as well. You hear a few chuckles from the audience. I have given the pristine honor of the matchings over to Princess Athena this year. I love you, my darling, and I can't wait to see you announce. Long live the king. Please come and welcome our champions of the battle. Let me introduce them and their prized offerings to you one by one. And Princess Athena steps up, leaning very far over, and goes, okay, let's go. Are you ready? Yeah. All right, we got pairings to do. Let me get my little sheet up. Let's see. They reach into a bag and pull out a little tile. And they read off. It looks like Gradius Alto. What's up with those eyes? Am I right? And they're going to be going against Kraglon Iron Sinewy. Ew. Okay, so and then our next pairing, and they reach into the bag. They pull out the next pairing. They go, we're gonna have the Raven Knight, so mysterious. What a stupid name. Go against Arturo. That's gonna be an interesting pairing. Arturo's definitely gonna get squashed. They're so weak. Okay. Reach back in, pull up the next pairing. Oh, we have our very own king, and pulls out a tile with a crown on it. Leans over and goes, love you, daddy. They're going to be going over after it pulls out another tile. Ooh, a Stonefist monk, Raggy? Oh, whoa. That's crazy. You going to, like, I don't know, sit there and be a boulder or something? Stupid. All right. Alan.
Do I know that name? I'd better know that name.
Did I tell you knew that name? I gave you a list of people you do know.
I'd love to know where that is. Because you definitely did not give that to me.
I did. I gave everyone a list of people they
Bitch,
know.
Where?
Great question.
Where?
Oh, fun fact, I
It's in
didn't
the
do that for
PDF
you.
file.
Oh, no! I would have said you know this guy.
Cool. I would love to know just anything about him.
I apparently searched Shandar Mountains and he did not pop up. But yes, he's just another monk from the Shandar Mountains. He is looking for a solution for the pure. You know that.
Okay. Interesting.
And he's going to be going against the king. They pull out another chip and they go, oh, this one's going to be funny. It's Fitz. Let's hope they don't throw a fit if they lose. They're going to be going up against, they pull out another thing. Alan. Oh, that's going to be great. What kind of name is Alan? You know, I don't, it's funny. All right. Flicks it off. The tile just kind of goes flying elsewhere. Pulls out the next two pairings. Ooh, let's see here. We have Sephi from the Wheel Tamer house. Well, nowadays, because we all know they're shrouded in mystery. Anyway, and then they're going to be going up against Thrall, the newcomer from the Verdani. And when they say Verdani, there's a large booing in the audience. And that's our pairings. I hope to watch you all lose. I can't wait. That voice hurts. And with that, the Battle of Champions commences. I've never done anything like this before, let alone on stream, but we are definitely going to do this in a round fashion. It is going to be very quick pace, so I want you guys to be on top. For those of you guys, this is largely PvP. It's going to be 1v1. I'm going to put you two in a combat encounter, and you guys are just going to fight until someone forfeits, or you get down to 0 HP, at which case you get healed. Before we get started, I saw some hands go up.
Oh, because it could happen later. I just wanted to message the princess in her head and just wish her the best for the games.
You hear back, ooh, a secret miter. Hi. Thank you.
That's all.
Randall has never been unattractive, and then this happened.
Oh, well.
Thank you. Goal achieved. Alana.
Am I still poisoned from that other event?
No, that was an hour long.
Cool.
All poison are dropped. I think Arturo also had a poison, so that is also dropped.
Sick.
Sephi, is that a hand?
Are we healed before we enter the arena? Like, do they have the healers put us at max?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys can all go in fresh to go. Hot to go. Arturo.
I go through the. Oh, go ahead.
Are we allowed to precast on ourselves?
once the timer starts.
Oh,
Once combat
hate that.
starts.
Okay, fine.
Alan?
Between rounds, you said we get a full like heal. Will it work essentially like a short rest, or will it just be hit points?
Once your round is done, the healers will heal you up to full hit points, but nothing else.
Okay. So I gotta watch my key points.
Thrall.
I was going to say, as I'm going through the healers, just like, oh, I've been trying to get rid of that sunburn. Thank you.
Alrighty, let us pop over to our table. And get you over to our map. Everyone should be able to see it. I don't need token vision on this. Let's just get rid of that. I saw that pop up for people. So we don't need token vision on this map.
There
It's like, great, I see nothing.
All right,
Oh,
so we're
I'm
gonna
on the field
start up.
first. Great.
We are gonna start with Sephi and Drawl. You guys are allowed to improv while you guys are fighting. Fully allowed.
Come on, Sephi,
Taunt each
let's
other.
go.
I'm gonna put you two in combat.
And I will join in when the map is done loading.
Oh no.
Think his ass, Sephi.
And I will be your commentary, Princess Athena. Let's
Oh,
go.
God.
No.
This is gonna be a Princess Athena heavy
I
episode,
would
isn't it?
rather die.
Oh god.
This is considered a magical weapon, so that doesn't work.
The weapons that you did give up in the tournament, you do not have.
I didn't give up a weapon, so
I just wanted to make that clear. Whatever you gave up to be part of this tournament, you do not have. Just to be completely transparent.
okay.
Once you two are ready, please roll initiative.
What if I don't want to?
You can forfeit.
What if we
Nope,
can
I'm
just
not
be friends?
forfeiting. Normal. What do we get?
Downloading world data. I will roll eventually. Come on, buddy. You can load. You got this.
The
I see the hamster
Texture.
turning, but it just keeps going like this.
what turning?
Is what I said. I can see the hamster in the wheel turning, but I just see it going like this.
That is a good
Literally
description
say
of
that
draw.
across
Yes.
the field.
Wheel spinning, but the hamster ain't moving.
Yep.
Yep.
Sorry, I should have preloaded the map. That's my bad.
No, you're good.
God, Randall.
How dare. Well, I guess as I'm just
Swabby.
standing there, I'm just kind of like looking at Sephi. Just. This seems like this will be a fun bout.
Depends on your definition of fun.
I want you to know everything that happens from here is not personal nor done with malice. But right now, you are just a nail in my way, and grabs them all and is ready to go.
Likewise. And she pulls out her katana.
Yes.
Can I play
can go
music
first.
with my prestidigitation? Is that something I can do?
I don't think it does. It is small. I don't think it's very audible. It's like a. It's if I remember, it's like a second click. It's like a sound effect.
5E.
It's like a Discord
Princess
soundboard.
Athena just goes.
A faint
"Not the
musical notes.
worms."
Oh
Yeah,
my
A faint
God.
musical notes.
Yeah. You can play music that the party can hear.
Lays over the pin.
Except for me.
All right. And with that, the battle is commenced. Looks like Draw got the first goal. Let's see what they can do.
Fantastic. So I am going to go ahead and begin my movement. Well, it helps if I actually grab the thing. Do my movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. At a full sprint, you see Droll charging at you. And then instantly, teleports. I'm going to use Blessing of the Raven Queen, or in this case, I'm calling it Rage of the Spell Eater.
This is gonna be great.
Oh no!
And complete all. It took all my movement to get to you. Congratulations. So, you know what, DM? Let me know if I'm going to be a little bit himboing a bit too close to the sun with this idea, but I'm going to go ahead and go for a grapple for my first attack.
Okay. Grapple is you make an athletics check. Sephi, you need to make an athletics or acrobatics check. Higher one wins.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Fuck! This one's definitely in my head.
20.
Well, on that note, I'm just going to go ahead and take my hammer and try and hit you in the face.
You go for that grapple. It does not turn out the way you want it to.
Nope.
Not even in the slightest.
Is grappling a bonus action?
No, I use my bonus action for the teleport. Grapple is a action unless there's one barbarian ability that allows it. But, I can't use it right now. Nope, that's a miss, and I am in danger. I will end my turn there.
When you're done with your combat, go to the combat encounter on the right-hand side, click end turn. It'll automatically pop over to the next person's turn.
You showed me this the other day, and I'm struggling.
The two swords, then just go back to the bottom of that panel. It should say end turn at the bottom.
End turn. Bonus action, disengage.
I don't know where those words are. They're not in that word. The encounter is the right-hand panel.
Right-hand panel.
You have the chat, right?
Yep, and I'm here. It's just not showing up. I can send you a picture on my screen.
Two swords.
Oh, got it.
There you go.
If my screen was still loading, apparently.
All right, Sephi. You're up, Sephi. Come on, Will Tamer.
Sephi looks over at Drawl. She's like, that was a neat trick. And she puts a finger underneath his chin and looks at him in the eyes and goes and uses command. Grovel.
Oh no.
You do command forfeit.
I was going off of the thing, so forfeit.
Don't give them
That's fine.
ideas.
You can command them to forfeit.
I like the grovel.
Or both.
Oh
And I'm
no.
gonna give you advantage on attacks. Your choice. What are you doing, Sephi?
Yeah, I'll do forfeit.
Oh, this could be so epic. Sorry.
So what's my save here?
Done.
I believe command is a wisdom
Yes.
save.
I believe
no.
so too.
Yeah, bud.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
It'll pop up in
There's
chat.
a-
You can now click that button in chat to throw that save.
Throw it.
Let's go.
Oh,
Ah.
13's not gonna do it. With
Drawl is just going to be like, what are you talking? And just like drop down to his knees. This is. I'm sorry.
with forfeit, you yell out that you're forfeiting.
Really? What? The?
Oh yeah, that command forfeits. You forfeit, whether voluntary or not. Actually,
Well, it's been fun, guys. Thank you for welcoming me back to the academy. I am out of here.
You also hear a MIDI version of One Winged Angel.
Legit? That is what is playing in my headphones right now.
That's all I can do.
Yeah, that ends the combat. You hear Prince Athena go, just like a Vordani. Quit super easy. That's why they lost. And we are going
What
to,
is the full sentence for throwing something at someone in the crowd?
At the princess? Probably death.
not
if you
good.
tried to do that, I would stop you.
Okay.
Wow, that ended
That was
Fast.
anticlimactic. I had a whole strategy set up and failed every single roll.
It's okay. It's okay. It happens to everyone. It's fine.
Listen, you know what?
Performance anxiety.
Average, all men average over 30 do have performance issues. It's fine. It's natural.
I look over at Drawl.
Randall, you're next.
It was nothing. No hard feelings.
Next up is Fitz and Alan.
Fuck. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's past 10 minutes.
Before we go out into the arena, I will shake Fitz. I will offer Fitz a handshake and say, "Good luck. Don't pull punches."
I shake your hand, and then I turn around and I go, I'm gonna lose.
Should
Roll
probably
initiative.
You rolled a 3.
Look, I didn't come here to win. I came here to have a fun.
All right, let's see who can win next. Begin.
All right.
Alan, you're up first.
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure this distance. What do we got? I literally can't see that number. It is too small.
It is 105 feet.
105? Okay.
Yeah.
That's not ideal, but we can make it work. What do I have? I have a movement speed of 40. So if I spend a key point to Step of the Wind, that'll at least get me 80 feet. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And, gotta get off the ruler. It's not. Why isn't it telling me how far I'm moving? 80 feet is here.
We checked that off.
We did?
You specifically asked for that to be taken off.
Did I? Oh, because
You said you hated it.
In other instances, it's a little useless, but here it would have been helpful. And then I have darts. So bonus action was used for that, and then I'm gonna use both of my attack actions to throw 2 darts. I'm gonna target, and then boom. First one.
looks like
Does a
Alan
13
needs some
hit?
time to warm up. It doesn't look like they're gonna hit anytime soon. As you miss your first dart.
Okay. Fitz does a 19 hit.
Yeah.
They're like, Afina, get the fuck out.
Yeah, I don't want her. I don't like her. I don't want anything. I want nothing. That's gonna be 8 damage.
How do I do damage in the cool way like everyone else is? Instead of just subtracting it from my total.
Right click on your character and in the box below hit -8 and then enter and it'll automatically subtract 8.
And
In the box below?
That's
When you can you right click on your character?
Yeah, it just says 32.
Yeah. Highlight that and then hit -8 and then hit enter.
No, it says. It's because it's not my turn.
I mean, I could do it for you also too. It's just like, boop.
That's so weird. I don't know. I would like to do it because it looks better for stream, but hey.
that's my turn.
I go, ow.
Yeah.
And with a quarter of my health gone in one dart, I look at you and I go, I bet he doesn't know much about magic. And I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay.
You see as I draw a circle in the stand and this like force field of energy just collapses above me and it goes dark inside.
It's darkness. Okay.
Interesting.
Can't see inside. It's like a half circle.
What's the radius on that?
I am trying to make it. Let me see if I can't.
If you pop the spell in chat, it'll typically put out a template.
Oh, sickening. See, I wasn't there for the training because I was busy sleeping. I was so tired.
Yeah. I have ideas.
Perfect.
No, you like it in the dark, Fitz.
Shut the fuck up.
And as they cast this spell, Alan, can you make me a history check?
Well, actually, why is history one of the things I chose to be proficient in? I don't know. That'd be a 14.
14. As that spell gets cast, you become slightly distracted for a second, and your brain just hears the tune, Illatune, but you can't quite remember. It's like something scratching at your brain.
Weird. I mean, not weird for him. That's actually pretty normal. Honestly, that's actually pretty normal.
Fitz, is your turn done?
Yeah.
Go to the round tracker, hit intern.
Oh, sorry.
Absolutely. Alan, you're up.
I was distracted by the very cool things you were sharing about Alan.
Looks like Fitz is hiding. Can this house stand a mountain, though?
Okay. Okay. He's going to go up to it, likely discover that he cannot enter this space. Presumably, if I'm reading the spell correctly.
Correct.
Creatures and objects and objects.
For 8 hours, baby. I can sit here all day.
8 hours. Okay.
Yes.
There's no. Okay.
Let's just go ahead and take a long rest while they're fighting.
Yeah, I'm gonna regain my hit points.
I'm not sure what to do.
You could.
Because
what would Alan do? Tap on it, maybe? Touch it? Try to break it?
Probably he would try to walk into the space, discover he cannot do so, and then what would he do?
You have a few options. You could try to dig underneath. That might yield something. You could, I don't know, stack boulders on top of it until it falls, crushing Fitz underneath it.
Are there? This arena is empty, my dude.
Yeah, take a statue and start beating it up. Maybe you'll start knocking it down to pieces. You have 8 hours.
It doesn't. The spell fails if it includes a larger creature or more than 9 creatures.
Push it.
Okay. Okay, that doesn't. Okay.
Don't have anything that has dispel magic.
Do I, the monk, have
asking.
anything that dispels magic?
If there's nothing you could do, then you might have to wait.
I have a plan. Chat.
Here's the thing. Alan wants to win because he needs to get an audience with the king because he's got a fucking agenda. And he's frustrated.
I guess we'll never know.
I don't.
Do I win?
I'm trying so
Everyone
hard
dropped the
to figure this
call.
out.
Motherfucker.
I'm genuinely trying so hard right now. Why would you do this to me while I'm sick?
All right, come on, Fitz. Think.
I'm gonna
get out of this?
I don't know. I'm gonna punch the thing. I'm gonna start punching this
Absolutely.
tiny house. I don't have anything else that I can do.
You start punching.
I don't think it's not gonna do anything.
Roll me a hit. Roll me to hit.
It's not.
And if you,
it's not gonna do anything, but sure. 18.
you throw your punch
I hit
at
it
this force
again.
field, and you feel it just.
Natural 20.
Oh man, I have to reward a natural 20, Fitz.
Natural 20 for the second attack.
Okay, first of all, I can't hear Evelyn right now. I don't know why they didn't hear for me specifically. Here I go.
Me refresh or Sarah refresh?
No, Sarah.
Okay.
They couldn't hear you. Natural 20, I have to reward. You throw a punch. Am I gonna make it go all the way down?
Okay. Sorry, that's why I was probably interrupting you earlier, Evelyn. I thought you dropped, and I was just like, why can I not hear Evelyn?
Oh no, you weren't interrupting me. You were good.
You're gonna record. I can't believe you.
With the natural 20.
I'm so angry.
A natural 20 your hut. I don't.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to you put a chip in it. Roll damage.
A chip? Crit. 11.
Fitz, you are going to take half. You're gonna take 5 points of damage as a piece of the shield gets knocked out and it comes cutting across your cheek.
Bonus action. Unarmed strike. Again.
Go for it.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You hit one more time. It just
Push.
It's
push.
feeling weak.
Can I do damage on that one? Since I've broken through?
I'm not going to take damage on that one.
If you break something, can I damage the thing itself, even if I'm not damaging?
You are damaging it.
Okay, so I just have to keep punching.
Yes.
Okay. I will end my turn.
Fitz, what do you got?
So I can see out, but I can't see in. First of all, Alan punches the hut and cracks it, and I go, ah! That's not even possible.
You just see a blue fist punch through.
So Alan can't see in, but I can see out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move, and I'm gonna ready an action.
Okay.
I'm gonna ready a strike. I'm gonna wield my quarterstaff, ready a strike, and the second another super strong hit looks like it's gonna come, I'm gonna drop it, and he's gonna fall off balance.
Okay. Absolutely. End your turn.
I'm hoping. I didn't have a lot of plans, but this is it.
Try to make the monk go unbalanced.
Yeah, I that's it. That's all I got. I don't
hear it from the stands. What a boring fight, just hiding.
I'm gonna keep punching it. I punch.
You punch.
I do punch. This is all I do. That's a 14.
It's not gonna be enough to do too much.
Okay, I hit it again. That's a 10. Alan's getting frustrated. He bonus action hits it again.
Do you hurt yourself?
That's a natural 1. And
you do a natural 1.
I'm just gonna.
Oh my god! Drop it! I'm gonna drop it on the natural 1.
I was gonna say, do you want to drop on natural 1? You push through, it drops. Go for your ready to attack.
It's like it drops, and you hear Fritz go the quarterstaff, and it's just gonna punch you in the head.
Just screaming.
That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Roll for damage.
That was almost a natural 20, and I was about to.
That's 7 damage.
7
Okay.
damage to you, Alan.
That's good.
It pops over to Fitz's turn.
The thing is gone now. Let me see if I
I
can't.
got you.
Thank you. Oh my god, that's so nice of you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna move up next to you and go. Ah! I'm gonna swing again. Well, it was a nice run.
No, that doesn't hit.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action. I'm gonna use my feet to make another attack.
What?
FEAT.
Oh.
Well, that was the same.
Yeah.
So I go like this, and you duck, and then I go like this with the back end, and you duck again, and I go, man. And I look at you, and I go, okay. And then and my turn.
Is this it for Fitz, or are they gonna forfeit? Alan, you're up.
Punch. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah, it hits. It hits.
18 hits.
That is max damage for 11.
11 points of damage.
He gonna do it again.
I bet he is. Wow, still hits. That's
16
great.
hit.
Well hit.
That's 9 points of damage.
Hey, we did our best.
See, that's why I didn't go into this when I have 10 for my armor.
He's gonna pause before he does his bonus action strike, just for like a second to like give you a chance to forfeit.
I'm gonna look in the eyes. I'm gonna say very quietly, "You gotta impress the big man. Do it." But I want my dagger back.
Oh, you'll get your dagger back. Don't worry. Third punch. Watch I miss this one.
No, you knocked me out.
I
good.
did?
You don't need to do
Yeah,
more.
you did.
Don't do more.
Oh, I didn't realize you were down.
No, I'm done. Ouchie. But that can still happen. Just happened before the second one.
Yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you up. Do a BG3 help action.
Thank you.
The healers rush into you, Fitz, grab you, and pull you off to the side as they start pouring into you this divine energy to give you your health back. And we look over to see Lord Fell. But before we get to him, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. We'll see you in like 10-ish minutes.
See.
The B, M.
M to the B, it's M to the B. Bong. Bong.
I love y'all.
Welcome back
So much.
to Crown of the Oathbreaker. It's all cheery here. Ignore those blood splatters. Chat, they're not there. They're decorations. I'm still pinching my nipples. How are you guys doing? I don't know. It's like a nervous tick.
I'm
just like,
gonna go.
I'm about to go visit.
Your camera said no.
no!
Camera canceled you for you.
Period.
That's so rude. There we
There you
go.
are.
Yeah, the blurry background sometimes just stops working. So now you guys can see my background. Ooh. It's my packaging tape. Which your postcards, by the way, if you got our Patreon, are coming out this week. So
Yeah, let us. If you are part of the Patreon, send a message in the Patreon when you get in the Discord when you get your postcard, because I'm very excited. Yeah, I'm so excited.
But let's go ahead and continue back with Lord Fell, who is knee deep in the passenger seat eating a pretzel.
Yep, that's all I want. Was to just messaging fit in her head, letting her know like that was actually well played. I'm quite surprised that you were able to pull that off. As you can see in the stands, he's like mage handing a piece of the pretzel into his mouth.
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response.
Wait, is Fowl sitting with us?
I'm getting healed. I'm in the nurse. I'm with the school nurse. She said, lie down and have a juice box. And I said, okay.
They hand you a Capri Sun. Here you go.
Y'all, you Capri Suns? Nah, we had the free lunches at my school. Everyone who went to my school had free or reduced price lunches, baby. We had those little, it was like apple berry juice.
Did you have the little like plastic cups of like super concentrated juice?
No, they looked like mini milk cartons.
Oh, you actually had the milk cartons? Did you have like the milk?
We had pouch milk too. Yeah, bag milk. We had bag milk. Anyways,
were you in Canada?
Thanks, Michelle Obama. No, I don't know why. It's just easier to transport.
I should have had free lunch, but my mom refused to sign the paperwork.
Oh my god.
She was like, we're gonna be starving and poor together.
Yep.
No, please go before I continue.
And just being like,
we go back to the battlefield where we see lined up is Arturo and the Raven Knight, who have been paired together.
Go, Arturo, go.
If you can roll
that
initiative.
nerd's butt.
Yeah.
You can do it, Arturo.
You see as the Raven Knight steps forward, the Queen takes a little bit of an interest. Is this figure kind of like big, large, and looming, pulls out a big longbow and starts to kind of knock and play with an arrow. And you hear up in the stands, Princess Athena lean over and go, Daddy, I have a secret admirer. Talks in my head, not like the other voices, but this one I think is real. So it's really cool. And the king looks over and goes, darling, that's great. I'm very excited for you. I hope to meet them one day, and I hope that it all works out, unlike the other ones. They were so mean to you.
I lean over and I look at Felly. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Wow. Arturo, go first.
You saw it, but actually, it's my turn. I guess before, just like a quick little thing, Arturo would have definitely like tried to shake this person's hand and get a good look at them to be like, good luck.
They say no words and shake your hand limply.
See, that's not very good sportsmanship. Okay, I'll take my spot, and I'm going first. Okay, let's see. How far am I? 105. And if I go, let's see, it's here, and then this is. Okay, so I am going to just straight out the gate cast Guiding Bolt at 3rd level on him.
Okay.
Just right out the gate. Okay, let me see.
I'm just gonna make it slow.
How do I do this?
Is that a saving throw on my end?
No, it's a spell attack on my end.
Okay.
So I will do
Guiding Bolt is so good.
I definitely use it in BG3 all the time.
So did I do it?
The last time I played, I kept trying to have Shadowheart use it, and she misses every time.
17?
That's fair. 17 to hit.
Yes.
It's
Okay. I mean, I'm sorry. I said fudge. I did not say anything bad. I said fudge.
You see, as you throw that guiding bolt, the Raven Knight just kind of takes a step back, and it just passes right in front of them.
Damn it. It's giving hot boy energy, and it's making me upset. Give me a second while I look at this really quick. I can't do this right now. I can't do any of this right now. I will simply stay where I'm at.
Okay.
My turn.
Absolutely. Go to the encounter and hit intern.
Oh, my bad. Did I do it?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Let's see what we got here. We're gonna go with a longbow. We're not gonna make that public though. That you don't get to know all the secret juice.
Hey, longbow.
You take out a longbow, knock it back, and they load it with 3 arrows.
Okay.
And you see them pull it far back and just as all 3 head straight towards you. I guess I should target you. Does an 11 hit?
No.
Does an 18 hit?
Just hits.
That's going to be 17 points of damage.
Oh my god!
Yikes. Big yikes. Okay.
The next attack comes in for 15 to hit.
No.
That misses. Forgot you're hard to hit.
You said 17 damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you
Alright.
concentrating on anything?
No.
Okay. Let's get that off.
Sorry. Forgot I'm on this one. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. We're going to do another guiding bolt, but at 2nd level.
Okay, go for it.
Sorry. Oh, fucking hell.
As you go and you sling the
did not
guiding
curse.
bolt, he just takes his 2 hands and the guiding bolt hits his 2 fingers, and they just shoot it off into the sky as if deflecting it.
Freaking Goku?
Oh
I
my
know,
god,
for
it's
real,
Jason
she-
Bourne.
Oh no, he's hot. Okay. What I will do.
Forward, very intrigued.
I will go ahead and use my channel divinity as a bonus action and regain my 2nd level spell slot.
Okay.
And then my turn. Oh, I don't know. Sorry, I didn't do it.
Kate, is there a reason why all your rolls are private? Because I really want to see them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's that I'll tell you the reason. It's
Sarah's
that
a nosy bitch.
I am a full grandmother, and I did not know how to do this. So my bad. Okay, it is now public. Sorry, you guys. My bad.
You're fine.
Honestly, they're just gonna lock those three bow attacks again for a 19 to hit.
Oy vey.
17 points of damage.
Okay.
The second one, not roll a ball as a DM, 11 to hit. And a 18 to hit.
Just hits. Another 7. Oh, no, I'll wait for you.
That's going to be 28 points of damage.
Oh my god. Still alive, but I'm barely breathing. Okay.
Buddy.
Oh my god, he's kicking your ass. Sorry.
And they
All I need is one,
pull
okay?
away. They take their longbow and they just knock it back behind them. And you see them unsheath this long sword and just ready up.
Okay. All right. Okay. Give me a second. Because I see them getting ready.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and Might as well cure myself while I'm here. So I'll go ahead and do a cure wounds. Don't love it. Don't love to use that, but I will do it at 3rd level. I know how to do this. I know how to do this. Here it is. It's my last one.
You're not gonna give up boop him with guidance?
I was gonna guide myself actually. Okay. Normal. Oof, rough. Okay, 10. Ooh, sorry. Okay. And
Okay.
let's do I already harnessed divine power, so that's it. I don't want him to come near me though. That'd be really bad. Enter. Oh, I did it. I did it right. Enter.
All right. They are going to bonus action Misty Step, then run the other 30.
Okay. Is Misty Step not just 30? And then you're going to run the 30. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Misty Step is 30, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I misheard you the first time.
15, 20, 25, 30, which puts them there. And let's make this fun. They're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They're just going to they're going to spend their entire turn going for the melee range.
Okay.
Now it's your turn.
Okay. Let's do a bonus action. Hold on. Make sure I know what spell level this is at. Second, I think. Yes. Let's go ahead and do a spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Right in front of me, like in front of homeboy. Here you are. And that upon summoning will be an attack.
Okay.
18.
Hits.
Hooray! Okay. Let's. How do I do this? Damage. This one. Did I do it? Nothing happened. I'm gonna roll it.
Damage?
Anyway. Yeah, I did hit damage, and then I hit damage, and then I hit normal, and nothing happened.
Nothing did happen.
So,
Yeah.
Let me see. That is 1d.
1d8 plus your spell mod.
Uh, 8 damage, and then I will cast Toll the Dead as my action. So please make a Wisdom save of 17.
Wisdom save. 30, 20.
Advantage.
Yeah, I hate that. Not you being a colostomer. I mean, okay. I'm looking at you, sir. Hold on, let me just make sure. I think it is Savers. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm gonna run away. Get away from me. 5. Let's see. Not that I can go much place anywhere else. So let's go. 1, 2, 5, 10. Let's go. Oi! Oh Lord. I'm so sorry. Something happened to my. I don't know if you saw that, but something happened to me.
Like,
okay,
1,
great.
2.
I was like, oh, wow. I'll go over here. What's this right here?
Think about the hypotenuse.
Thank you. I will.
Alrighty.
And my spiritual weapon is like somewhere over here, like right in front of him. And that'll be me.
Absolutely. They're going to ignore the spiritual weapon completely.
Okay. Opportunity attack.
Go for it.
Hold on. I'm so sorry. This is so. Okay. Ta-da! 21.
Cool. They're going to reaction parry and add 4 to their AC, so they have an AC of 22.
Who are you? And I'm in love with you. You're so hot.
They see you dart off. They parry up your spiritual weapon, and their long sword comes straight for you.
Okay.
So no.
Oh my god.
This button. 16 does not hit.
Mm.
22 hits.
Yes. I think this is it, boys.
Yes, this one. That's going to be 13 points of damage.
I'm down. I think.
And are you?
Yeah, let me just double check. I don't think I have anything to save myself. Let's see. Let's look. Nope. Nope.
Nope. As you fall to the ground, they take their long sword, stabbing it into the ground beside you and twisting it. They then pull it out, turn around without saying a word, and walk off.
Oh my god. He didn't say anything to me. He's even hotter. As he was like that close to me, could I recognize like the he's wearing like a helmet, right? Like some sort of, I'm looking at his.
Yeah, they're doing a like this helmet with this beautiful flourishly wings up top. You can make a perception check. Go for it.
Okay. I will do it. I'll do a digital one. Actually, the digital dice have been so mean to me.
That will make your mace lost to them.
Oh no, that's bad. Okay, let's do that. 17.
You study them, albeit a little dazed and confused from being royally wrecked. You can't quite figure out what they are. Let's see, where's my list? Champion bracket. This puts us to the semifinals. As the other teams have combated, leading down to Alan and Sephi.
Oh boy.
And the king and the Raven Knight, the king ends up taking out Vragi and winning, and will face off against the Raven Knight next. And it'll be against whoever wins between Sephi and Alan, and then whoever wins between the Raven Knight and the king. Probably the king, because like he always wins, but we'll see. And then where's your actors? Sephi, Alan. I'm gonna put you on that blood splat. Sorry.
Rude. What the
Wrong
heck?
button. Wrong button.
I cast Annihilation.
Meteor.
Look, Vince, it's the end of the world. It happened.
Finally, goddamn. That's all I want.
You hear Afina go, okay, we got Alan and Sephi going against each other. This is gonna be interesting. Like it's like someone who like doesn't even know anything about Oathbreaker, and like no one loves the Oathbreaker more like a will timer. So this will be interesting. We'll see what happens.
How does she know these things about me?
Somehow the princess has morphed into like Tomska.
I don't
like
know.
a Tomska voice. Like this is so.
I want to raise
perfect.
their voice,
Yeah.
but it hurts.
Yeah.
The voice I'm doing is hurting.
I don't know, but this is about what's gonna happen.
Alena.
God.
Together be doing the thing.
All right, Alan's gonna do the same thing he did. Well, he's gonna do a step of the wind. Cause he know punch, and that's it. Let me measure out how far 80 feet will get me. That's 95. That's 9. I can't. It's so tiny because the map is so big.
Right here. There you go.
Yeah, right there. And then he is going to shoot darts. I assume I was able to like recollect my darts after.
Oh yeah.
Cool. So we're gonna do that. Attack. Normal. Let's go. That's a 13 to hit on the first one.
Not even close.
Second attack. Yeah, no, it's gonna be hard to hit you. Does a 27 hit?
That does.
Almost a crit.
I wish. Max damage for 9 points of damage. No, I don't think I. Yeah, I don't think darts technically count as a monk weapon. So it would be a D4. Yeah, that's it. That's. Let me end turn. That's my turn.
Okay. First thing I'm gonna do is cast Shield of Faith.
Oh, you're not just gonna command me to forfeit?
Yeah, that would be really anticlimactic.
I have general respect for Alan, and I
Drop
know
the
that
fuck
if I made him forfeit in that manner, he would probably be very upset with me.
Welcome back to this.
Maybe a little. Just a little.
I tell you, no respect.
So we're gonna go with an attack. I just have no respect for you. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh god.
Natural 20.
All right, hit me with that crit. Hit me with that crit.
Well, at least I'm not using the versatile damage because I'm holding a shield.
Okay, that could have been worse.
Damage.
That could have been worse. That could have been worse.
18 points of damage.
Okay, it's your turn.
You have to hit end turn.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
That's your job now.
Okay. Once.
Note to self: don't fuck with Seppi.
Yeah. I'm just gonna start punching. It's punch time.
Is it punch o'clock?
Yeah, that's a 12. That doesn't hit.
No.
Jesus Christ. That's a natural one that also doesn't hit. Bonus action unarmed strike. Let's try that again. 24 hits.
That does hit. Yes.
Thank God.
DC is 20.
And that, Jesus, 20. That's another 9 points of damage.
Cool.
3 punches, only one hits. He's doing his best. I think he kind of, I think, yeah, there's like an awareness of like, I don't think I can win this.
Yeah.
But he's gonna try.
Step your roll for concentration.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Another natural 20.
Another natural
Brutal.
20. Yes.
At least it's
That
not
is
an
a
attack.
1 in 400 chance.
Look, I'm just saying I could be using my real dice, but these guys are being nice to me today. Usually they're asses.
Do it again. Do it again.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna attack again.
Okay. Hit me with that big sword. Yeah, that.
17?
Yep. Yep.
It's
That hits.
Cool. Oh fuck. I forgot something. But I'll deal with that in a minute.
Oh no.
So that's 7 katana damage.
Okay, and then what's the smite damage? Because I saw you pull out that smite.
Yeah. That's 11 damage on the smite.
So that's 18.
And then Sephi has an extra attack, y'all.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna call it out last time because I didn't want you to hit me again.
12 doesn't hit though, does it?
No, it does not.
All right, your turn.
Okay.
Intern. Wait, why does it? We had the intern button before. Now it's not
Yeah,
there.
you're good because it's not your turn now.
Alan
You told me I had to take care of it.
I didn't press it. I swear.
Alan only knows how to do one thing, and that's
Are you gonna
punch.
punch?
Yeah,
You can
that's punch.
punch.
He knows how to punch. That's a 12. That's a miss.
Not punch me that time.
That's
Ooh.
that's a 23.
That's a hit. Yeah.
666. For 11 damage. And then he's gonna hit he's bonus
Hang
action.
on.
Oh, right.
Oh, we're fine. You're good.
Bonus action.
Look who natted!
Get it, Evelyn!
Give me a
That's
crit.
funny. Back at you.
For 11 damage. Hey, at least I did 22 damage, and now, as my turn comes to an end, I can die with dignity.
It's actually really close.
Okay,
It
at
is
least it's the
your-
concentration. I thought that was another crit to hit, and I was like, oh,
Okay.
Just
Jesus.
command to lay down. It's
I'm gonna command him. I am gonna attack him like 13 doesn't hit.
no! 13 does not hit.
Does not.
Just barely. Just barely. You're so close. My
It
AC
does
is.
though.
Yep, it does. That sure does. My AC sure is a 14.
And that's 12 damage. And I am going to bonus action, lay on hands.
Oh
You
no.
are.
Oh no,
Here's more health.
that's an action now.
That is an action.
We're not in
Yes.
2024 yet. Yeah, I got nothing. It might be close.
Yeah.
You smite?
Can you believe to learn that I'm still up?
Like one little hit point.
But I am hanging on by a thread. But he's,
I could
There-
have pulled the dick move of just like Raven Queening stepping out of the way, but I'm not.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Because I also know
Right.
how much that he wants that audience with the
He
king.
wants that audience. He really does. Which is it's the main reason he hasn't given up is because he's like, I guess there's still a chance. 16, nope.
Not gonna hit.
Punch number 2. We got a 13, no. Bonus action, one more punch. Let's go.
Oh man, that was almost a 20. I was
It was so
Gagged.
close.
I actually, for my bonus action, want to do flirt. Yeah. Instead of just doing the one hit, I'm gonna do 2 because I'm flurry of blows. So I'm gonna
Absolutely.
hit once more. I'm willing to use that key point. It's fine. God hates me.
Oh my god.
It's fine.
Oh no.
Alan barely hanging on by a thread with his single hit point, just 4 times attempts to punch you, missing every time as like I don't know how you choose to dodge, but 4 times just straight up doesn't hit you.
We're going with Matrix style dodging.
Yeah, that's it.
I look at Alan and I'm like, buddy, you have lost a lot of blood.
Yeah, and I have a feeling I'm about to lose a bit more.
Do you not want to forfeit?
At this point, there's no point in forfeiting. Just do it.
Okay. You can see she's not happy about it, but like, that's what you want.
Alan kneels down, starts praying on the ground. Sephi gets
And one hit.
Now might I do it,
Oh.
Pat? Now he is praying, and now I will do it. No, that does not hit.
That won't hit either. Oh wait, 16.
Well,
Yeah, that hits.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's, you know what? You won fair and square. You won with honor.
All right, I hit him for 12 more damage, and he goes down.
So very down. He just kind of like just.
and a white marble starts bouncing. We don't know where this came from.
No, the trauma.
There's a big roar in the arena as you come to the conclusion of the battle. And Athena goes, "Yes, Alan."
As Alan goes down, he looks up at Sephi and just says, "Make sure Fitz gets a dagger."
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I win. Do I win the dagger or do I win the potion of climbing?
I think you get both.
Yeah,
makes sense
you
for you to
basically-
Win the whole thing.
Yep.
Okay.
No pressure, Sophie, but we all get magic items.
I don't know how great I'm gonna do against the same guy you just lost to.
I mean, he thoroughly railed me. Okay. With his longsword.
Well then, okay.
Wow.
What?
Not just that, he walked up, pulled it out, and walked away. That is like every Tinder experience
I
I've
know,
ever had. This is bullshit.
not even a thank you before you treat me like a common.
No words,
I'm
nothing.
fucking dead. I'm dead, y'all.
As you go down and the crowd roars for the excitement, the king is now down on the arena and walks over to both you, Alan and Sephi. You did good, Alan. As
Thank
you have a
you.
healer beside you, just like pouring in lay on hands.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
He takes out a napkin, kind of leans it over and goes, "Oh, you missed this little," and kind of wipes a little blood off your face, tucks it back into their shirt. I do know that you
Interesting.
wanted to speak to me, so I know that you didn't win per se, but I'm still willing to speak to you afterward. Don't think that I've forgotten.
Thank you, Your Majesty. It is very important to my monastery.
Vraggy said the same thing. Every time I say Vraggy, I think that I'm Scooby going, "Oh, my Vraggy."
I'll go
What
the
is
other
he
way. I'm going
doing
has
here?
been.
Why is he here?
Don't know. And looks over to you, Sephi, and goes, "I look forward to fighting you."
I look forward to fighting you as well, Your Majesty.
Well, let's get this cleaned up. Let's get on with the next event. And they will get you
Drag me back
off
to the stands.
side. Get out of here. We'll get. Oh,
How
yeah,
did
we'll
I
check.
end up on top of the statue?
I just moved things. We'll get the king down here, and we'll get the Raven Knight.
Which one's the sorcerer statue? Is that the one to the left of us?
What?
Oh,
Like the statues that are around the arena.
Oh, yeah, they are.
One is near.
oh, each
Like,
of
is
them
it the
a
one to the
different-
left of us or the one to the right? Because the one to the right, I'm thinking is Warlock.
Oh, I see Bard, I see Fighter, I see Barbarian.
That's Wizard.
No, Wizard's over there with the book across on the other side. Oh, yeah. Red, that's Wizard.
Yeah. Then maybe it's.
What is
What are they?
this
I think it's
druid?
this guy.
This it has to be this one. Anyway, the King and the Raven Knight step up for their fight, and I'm not going to have you watch their fight. They start off. The king. What do they have?
He's gonna get wrecked.
Pulls out their long sword and a shield, and you see instead of the typical tactics that the Raven Knight used on Arturo, the knight doesn't pull out their longbow at all, and instead is focusing melee purely on melee combat. They rush towards each other, towards the center of the arena, getting up on the top of this mound that seems to be in the center, and they're throwing hits, swinging back and forth. You see sparks are flying. You see that these two are locked in like intense battle. They got a rhythm. It's almost performant. You see as the king actually gets a swipe across the Raven Knight's cheek, and you see the metal scratch, and a piercing scree kind of happens as it goes across the cheek of the metal. And then the Raven Knight focuses again lower, this time towards the king's legs, nicking part of the calf as he stumbles down a little bit. You see them go through a few more blows before the Raven Knight is able to land a good swipe across the back of the king's knee, making him completely fall down. And you see the king look up with shock and awe in his eyes, and he goes, I see I've lost my touch. You are quite an opponent to face. And he kind of stands up just a little bit. And the Raven Knight doesn't make an immediate move. And the king looks and goes, I know when I've been bested. And he kind of like limps forward as he's cut, right? Limping forward. And I say, I shall forfeit to you this time. I know when not to get over my head. And that's TikTok. Oops. He kind of goes and grabs for the Raven Knight, lifting up the hand, goes, we have a new near champion. Going up next to Sephi will be the Raven Knight. And the Raven Knight kind of twists their head, still not speaking. The crowd roars excitement as the new, as the king has never been bested before. And as he has his arms up, all of you look over and see the Raven Knight straight into the king through his side. And the king gargles for a moment, and blood runs out of his mouth as the knife comes out.
Well, fuck.
Oh my
and
god.
the knight pulls off their helmet, goes, and you see this time this ethereal looking head, this ghostly figure of a woman with eyes burning with red eyes. And the knight looks over and goes, Waldron, you are a kinslayer and a traitor to your house. Not even death can avenge your needs. I claim your soul as punishment. It is in hell where we shall meet again. And as they rip out the sword, you see the life essence that holds the king pulled out of their body. And the entire crowd is silent. The knight dons off their full armor to reveal a set of large rings screeching into the air. You hear whispers of things from hell. Is that Irenes? Oh fuck. Oh, we're all dead. And as the king falls down and his face hits the cement, the Irenes dissipates. It's silent. There's no movement before everyone moves, and all of the healers rush towards the king, trying to cast every spell. You see Mass Cure Wounds, you see Revivify, you see every spell that is possibly could be used. And you see Lord Sinmander rush up to the body. And I'm going to transfer screens. Lord Sinmander rushes up to the body. And the healers are trying to give everything that they can before he leans over and goes, I don't understand. How is this possible? Bring him back. I don't know, sir. I don't know how this happened. He should be coming back. His soul's not here or something. That's unacceptable. And from up in the crowd, you hear Princess Athena, Daddy, no, Daddy. And the queen starts getting on their knees crying as the scene is just, everyone is distraught. This king is loved. You see a mixture of people not knowing what to do. Do they leave? Do they help? You see some tending to the wounded, but it's like a slow confusion as they kind of roll the gauze, looking at the sight and just unsure what to do. And the medics stop. And Lord Sin just kind of looks up and locks eyes with you all.
Fuck.
Well, that's not good.
I think your meeting with the king has been canceled, Alan. And
I'm
I think
fairly
we're
certain
gonna
that qualifies
ask-
for disqualification.
I send Sephi a message in her head. We need to get the princess and the queen out of here.
You're not
It's not
wrong.
safe.
Almost as you think that, you two look up in the stands, seeing where the Princess Athena and the queen are. The princess leaning over a royal knight. No, Daddy! Reaching over, trying to grasp at whatever, as the royal knights pull them off and just keep pushing them back into the castle. Lord Sin kind of looks over and goes, I don't know what to do.
Is the Raven Knight still here? Did she disappear?
No, she dissipated.
Gone.
There's only one way to get that soul back, and that's by going to hell, literally.
Anyone can make me an Arcana check to fully understand maybe about what happened. They'd like to understand a little bit more.
I just pull out the dagger that I have, and I see if it matches.
Why do I have proficiency
Make
in
me
Arcana?
Arcana with
This is
advantage,
strange.
Fitz.
Could it possibly be religion? It's religion.
Oh, I have nothing.
You can make me religion, sure.
I got a 21.
21.
21? I got 11. So,
I got jack shit.
Draw.
Oh, no.
What did you get? 3, 4? Arturo?
9.
9. Fell.
More.
Fitz?
18.
18. Fitz, you put together, kind of, sort of, that the Irenes that was here was possibly the other demon that was summoned with that blade that you're holding. Alan, the glint of that sword is unlike anything that you remember, and it sticks in your head, something that you've never seen before. That sword, well, I guess you could say it stole its life.
It's the sort of life stealing.
yeah.
Yeah. Evelyn knows that weapon. It's some sort of sword that steals life. I've never seen anything like it.
It's like this.
Yeah.
We didn't. Two things. Either we didn't fully interrupt whatever ritual they were conducting, or there were others conducting the same ritual. This might go much deeper than we know.
I feel like it's the latter.
Yeah. I have a feeling this is a plot like that. I mean, you heard what she said, something about he was a traitor to his house. Which house was Kinslayer?
It's a bold accusation.
Very.
I'm not even familiar with the king's family.
What house was he from?
House Asenar.
As
The royal family that's been in charge for
a
a
long
little
time.
over a few hundred years.
Okay.
It's like 300 or 400 years.
Dungeon Sid Mother, do you know more about why she would call them Kinslayer?
No. Concerns me. Concerns me deeply to think that someone wouldn't think of him that way. And my head hurts.
I cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
So Sid Mother needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. It's gonna be a 9.
Great. So I get to probe his mind.
You hear in his head, and only you. I promise you. I promised him. It was a promise. Bond, I can't.
What did you promise?
He looks up at you. I don't remember. We have things we need to attend to. Sephi, Alan, Arturo, Lord Fell, Fitz. And he looks over to you, Drawl. Drawl. You were all here during the... Well, you were all here. If you could... I would appreciate if you could, would you accompany me to the funeral? It'll...
Funeral? He's barely cold. That quickly?
It'll take about a week. We have to host the funeral, and we have to crown the new reigning monarch. We have to do it fast. We can't let the kingdom go in chaos in times like this. It's important. The people need a leader. Queen Laurencia has never really wanted to lead. So it's going to fall to Princess Athena, so I must get the coronation ready as well. For the funeral...
princess?
Yes.
Are you certain? Is there no electorate to decide whether or not the heir is fit? Is there
Or
a
at
line?
least a
Is there no
steward.
line of succession besides her? Because I'll be honest with you, I don't believe that she is by any means fit to be a ruler of this kingdom.
The
Some of the
princess is
medics.
much more clever than she appears.
You see some of the medics look up nervous as you disparagingly talk. as they are still nervous, as if the king could come alive and be angry and smite them on the spot for even talking poorly of the princess. I understand, but it is our law, and it has served us so far. The Azanar dynasty must live on. It is one that has been quite peaceful. If it wasn't for them...
Because of the name.
Yes. Names of power. People look towards this house for stability.
Well, clearly
have.
this king had other things going on that made it less than stable. The house should be investigated before it's just placed back in power.
I'm sure the royal...
Is there no process?
The Red Cloak lawgivers will handle any investigation regarding this. I'm sure.
Are they impartial or are they devoted to the Azanar household?
They hold the laws no matter what. They have always had a stringent relationship with the royal houses. If it wasn't for King Vakrilos I, well, they wouldn't really be still here. One of the older generations, one of the older dynasties, abolished them completely to have complete reign.
While I may not have always agreed with the king, Alan, their house was much beloved here. And to have somebody else step in and assume the throne would throw quite a bit of chaos into the mix. I don't think we're quite ready for that.
Yeah.
A beloved king replaced by an ill-fitting ruler does not bode well.
She will have advisors. Other people will have her ear. And again, she is smarter than she looks. Need I remind you of our clever little chase from earlier?
Mm.
It takes more than cleverness to rule a kingdom.
Granted.
This isn't... We don't have time to debate all of this here, especially not in front of everyone. The last thing we need to do is sow any doubt.
You're right. Well, all of you would wish to sit here and talk politics about some imagined future, the present is right here in front of us. We need to guide everyone out of the arena. We need to make sure they get home safely. I would have your guard on that.
You're right.
Thank you, and I'll send word for you when the coronation, when the funeral happens. He'll be set to buried in the royal mausoleum, as all of them are. We'll have a full guard there as well, so we'll be well protected. If you have any words to say, it'd be appreciative. And it'll look good if you do want to seek audience with the soon-to-be Princess Queen Athena.
Bell bows.
And all of you help get people out of the arena, as there are sobs and cries. Most people are solemn and unsure of what's to come next. You do hear whispers of an ill-fitted queen and unsuredness. The royal guard is doing their best to assure that they'll do everything they can to protect. It is the royal guard's job, after all, and, well, they failed in this instance. Some of them are taking it a little hard. Lord Sinov is definitely taking the hardest. He was close. And as the sun sets on this dark and gloomy day, that's where we're going to end stream.
Damn.
On a sad note, man.
Right.
Depressing.
Who said this was going to be fun?
I'm having
You
fun.
did.
Yay!
I'm having a blast. What are you talking about?
Right?
Welcome back, Doofus.
Welcome.
We will come back next time to see the funeral and the coronation, and what awaits this group as they start to head off on their adventure. Perhaps they'll start getting a little bit of a quest here soon. So we'll see. With that, we're gonna head out. I do want to say thank you to Dino Zombie, I love that name, and M Walsh for the follows. Thank you so much. Welcome in. So glad you're here. And Dexter for the 6-month subscribe. Thank you so much for that subscription. I hope you guys enjoyed. We're gonna go and
check out our
talk
Patreon.
Gossip. We're gonna go
Check out our
talk some
Patreon.
gossip, and after
Go to
the
our
roll,
Patreon. Give us $5.
the
Give
first
me
episode of
$5.
After the Roll is free over on our Patreon. So if you want to see what After the Roll is like and you want to see what we talk about, you can just follow and you'll get access to the first episode for Odyssey 1. Everything afterwards is at a different subscription tier.
Oathbreaker.
Oathbreaker. Fuck.
I'm gonna use the Ashley Gavin approach. Be a good little bottom and give us $5.
That would work on me.
I call it the Ashley Gavin.
I see you thinking about it, Kavika. And I'm like,
Yeah, I saw
I'm
you
just
too.
waiting at this point.
Give us
I'm
$5.
I'm
It's
sad.
not hard.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, use your
Give us $5, please.
yeah. I mean, use your discretionary entertainment spending, but give us $5.
My Patreon. Woo. I mean,
Where are we going?
let's get that raid up in the raid stuff up in the thingy thing. I'm still playing with my nips.
What the fuck?
What's happening?
You know, we can't see it. You don't have to tell us.
Yeah.
I know.
Literally,
You if you don't want us to know, you don't have to.
Maybe I do want you to know. No, I don't. Let's see. I look at tags. I haven't done this in I feel like forever.
Oh my god.
You want help?
No, I found someone that we haven't been to in a hot minute. We're gonna head over. So remember to be kind, to love one another, and we'll see you very soon.
Bye-bye.